Hi everyone, welcome to Medi-Veggie.
Hi,
It's
welcome.
Welcome.
Wednesday.
Wacky Wednesday.
We're so excited to be here despite the rain, wind, hail, whatever it is that you're experiencing. So we have a special program for you today, right, Esther?
Yeah, we do. Today's kind of a special day. We're sandwiched between two significant events. Yesterday was Indian Republic Day, which we will share more about later. And tomorrow is a full moon. So I don't know about you, but we have a lot of programs that are specifically for these holidays.
Well, let's all introduce ourselves for anyone who's new and joining us. So, Esther.
Yeah, so I'm Esther. I am your host representing Chopsticks Alley.
And I am Tommy Crone, who is kind of like the troublemaker on the show. What can I say? And then we would like to introduce Dr. Smita Garg, who is leading our meditation every week. So you want to say anything
Hi.
more?
Yeah, hi. So I am an intuitive healer, past life regression therapist, and I'm also an artist, arts educator. I am on the San Jose Arts Commission, and I love everything that I do, all parts of me.
And of course, our special person who knows everything about raw food, vegan, cooking, crystals, math, science, Matthew Mosio.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And yes, I am the owner designer at Katra, as well as have quite an in-depth history in the raw food lifestyle and veganism. Though I've made a transition, I still incorporate, some of the techniques and knowledge and wisdom from that experience and add it to my repertoire of all kinds of stuff.
And Esther, I'll let you take over to introduce everyone else.
Yeah, before I give a formal introduction to Saraswati, I do want to acknowledge her here as our special guest for today's performance. She is part of a dance ensemble known as the Mohini Studios, so I'm happy to be introducing her in just a bit. For now, I want to welcome you all to our show. Welcome to Medi-Veggie, where we encourage health from the mind to the body. We believe that art is healing. So today we do have that special performance for you at the end of our meditation. So stick around. Once again, if you would like to have your art featured or your vegetarian recipe shown on this show, please contact us via social media, or as always, you can send an email to chopsticksalley@gmail.com. So just a few minutes ago, I shared that today is sandwiched by a significant holiday and a significant lunar event. Tomorrow we have a full moon, so that will be the focus of our meditation led by Dr. Garg. But yesterday was Indian Republic Day, so I would like to invite Dr. Smita to share about this special celebration.
Thank you, Esther. It is very strange, to be here in the United States and trying to celebrate something that is celebrated with so much joy and pomp in India, all over India. I do wish I had the Indian flag here with me as my background, but I don't. I just wanted to, say that, so India, it's very interesting. There's 2 days in India that we celebrate that are associated with India's freedom as a nation. So, for people who don't know, India is a very interesting country in a sense that before the British came to India, we had some sense of it as a country, but it was like several small countries sort of woven together. And then the British came, and there was colonial rule, and it was really an awful time, if I may say so. Lots of trauma, lots of horrific stuff, some good stuff too. And one of the good things that happened was that India finally started to see itself as a nation. And so we celebrate August 15th as our Day of Freedom. as our Independence Day from the British. India attained its freedom in 1947, but it wasn't until the 1950 uh, that we really adopted the Constitution as a republic. And so January 26, 1950 was the day we formally adopted the Constitution as a free nation. And our Constitution took from several countries that were democracies at the time. It took greatly from the Constitution of the United States of America. As you know, in recent days, we here in America have had to pay more attention to our constitutional rights, and we hold them dear to our heart. So I consider myself very lucky that I was born in a democratic nation, and I moved to a democratic nation. And so I feel privileged in a way that I have always had rights, which I know people around the world struggle for in their daily life.
Thank you so
So,
much, Smita.
yeah.
That's really
So,
beautiful. And one thing I just tried to, look for in my research was what sorts of ways that the day is celebrated. I heard that dance and just cultural programming in general
yes.
is the main direction of the celebration.
Yes,
So
exactly.
with that, I do want to share a little bit about the Mohini Studio, whom we will feature right after meditation today. The Mohini Studio is an ensemble of like-minded artists who came together through their interest in Mohiniyattam. They strive to preserve this art form through performances and classes and workshops. The Mohini Studio Academy trains both kids and adults in following the strict discipline and religion of Mohiniyattam. They organize workshops every year, guided by world-renowned Mohiniyattam artists who have been coached by their gurus. They conduct classes in Fremont, Dublin, and San Jose for anyone above 10 years of age. So we are going to be posting the website and the social pages for Mohini Studios in the chat. But for now, I'm turning us over to our veggie portion. So Matthew Mulcio, what do you have for us today?
Well, thank you for the introduction, Esther. I do have an update on the kimchi recipe that I had shared for our last meeting with, I'm going to be sharing a video with all of you and then trying to do a voiceover and excuse some of the technical difficulties with this video. But yeah, so I'm going to share the ingredients and everything that goes along with it. And at the end, I'm going to do a little taste test, which I'm excited about because it's been a week to date. So let's see if we can do this here. Share screen. All right. Share. So the ingredients here are listed. We've got the savory cabbage, and it's pretty quick. Basically, right now, what I'm doing is quartering. I'm going to cut the savory cabbage in half, and then again in quarters. And the key thing is to remove the cores because it's a pretty robust piece of cabbage that you really don't need in the recipe. And at this point, I'm going to be cutting the quarters into roughly 2-inch pieces. And you can go a little larger, a little smaller, all depending. And now I'm adding the bok choy, just cutting the end off there. And again, sectioning it into smaller pieces. This is the kosher salt that I'm adding for the brine, and then filtered water. And I allow this to soak for, there you go, 2 hours. And the key thing is so that it absorbs all of the brine. And now I am grating the onion, which, my gosh, my eyes were tearing quite a bit, and the pear as well as part of the paste that I'm going to be making. And you can use any pear. It doesn't have to be a yaw pear. And these are the green parts of green onions, not the white part. So I'm going to add the contents to the mixture, and I chose 4 cloves of garlic to add to the paste. And it was and again, this is you can gauge how much garlic you like. So this is the miso paste, which is a really important ingredient. I chose this. They have pre-mixed stuff, but I wanted to go ahead and make my own, and I used a 1/4 cup of the miso paste, and then stirred that in together. And in the initial ingredients, I show a spicy mix, and I think that was a bit hot, so I ended up opting to go with the chipotle mix. The traditional recipe calls for Korean pepper flakes, so you can use that as well. I wanted to kind of give it my own little flair. And I just poured all of the contents out of the bag, and you can get this at Whole Foods or a lot of the smaller grocery stores. Sprouts has them as well. I think Safeway does too. And I add that to the mixture and stir everything up eventually. It's funny because I was like, where the heck is a spoon? And there's one literally inside.
Where are my glasses? On my face.
Exactly. It's one of those moments. Thank you, Esther. And you get, when you mix everything together, it gets a really bright, vibrant, and the smells from the garlic and the onions and the pear, it just is very aromatic, and it smells just wonderful. Let's see here, skipping ahead. And then I just poured all of the paste mixture with the green onions, the pears, the sweet onion, and the miso paste and chipotle. And I massaged all of the pieces of cabbage and bok choy. Of course, my hands are clean.
I noticed when you started to touch the kimchi and stirring, you had to put your hoodie on. I don't know. It went from hoodie, no hoodie.
Yes,
Is that
cold.
the magic?
It was cold downstairs. This was 2 a.m, mind you. So, yeah. So I mixed everything together, and then the last ingredient is, and this is something you can substitute or omit, is wakame. You can add any sea vegetables of your choosing. There's nori. I like wakame because of the texture, and they're so nutritious. So it really does add to the health benefits from the kimchi. And they come in packets that you can get I got this at Staff of Life in Santa Cruz, but you can find wakame at many places. And
What section would you find it in the grocery store? International food?
It's best to ask, because you're gonna be found in different places. Any sea vegetables are gonna be more specific to some of the like smaller grocery stores. So it's best to maybe ask ahead of time or even order online, because it's not that common. And now I'm packing all of the vegetables together in the 1-gallon jar. And I did the math. I was a little bit short with 1 cabbage, so I added another half, and that gave me a pretty good amount. And I packed everything inside and put the vapor lock on there. And yeah, so what I'm going to do now is do a taste test. And this has been, it's been a week. And I was a little bit, in the beginning, I tried some and I was like, it just doesn't have that flavor yet. So I think the fermentation process is what really brings it together. So I have a little tiny bowl with some kimchi. God, it's so good. I'm not even kidding. Like,
And so it's been a week, or how long again?
mm-hmm.
He's like, you're still on a live show, right? It's not lunchtime. You can't take a break yet. Come on.
Oh my God, that was so good. That's only 1 week.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Thank you
And
so
you
much
can let
for
this
sharing.
ferment. Yeah, you're very welcome. And you can let this ferment for, weeks, and it just gets more flavor. And I did add, one of the ingredients I did add was a little bit more saltwater brine, because you want to make sure all the vegetables are submerged, to keep it clean. And that's the nice thing about the vapor lock, is it keeps everything, really nice and tight.
Wow, what a process.
It is quite a process.
I have an interesting myth, or I don't know what to share. So in the Vietnamese culture, right, there's this myth that if one were to pickle things or make this process of fermentation, and if you're a woman, then you are not to do it right around your cycle when you're having your period. Because when you do, it does not turn out right, where it doesn't ferment correctly or something like that. And so I talked to my mom about this. I'm like, Mom, come on. And she's like, no, it's really true, because I've done it with and without my period, because she uses her hands to mix, right? And I'm like, come on, Mom. I'm not quite convinced yet. I almost have to like do like a, placebo blind test, double blind control test.
Yeah.
But that's the myth. So something about, and I'm like, why, Mom? And she's like, well, because we're dirty. So then when she said that, I knew it had something to do with the patriarch, and how women are dirty around that time of the month or whatever,
So
right?
I know
That's
in India, women in a lot of parts of India, women aren't allowed to go in the kitchen when they are menstruating or cook. And a lot of women take it as a break from, yeah,
great.
because, it means that men have to go in and cook,
There you
right?
go. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of women have turned it, to that point of view. But I think it really has to do with our energetic level,
I agree too.
that women at that time, it's a very sacred time, and they're really supposed to be in quiet and just be with their energies, and basically connect to the sacredness around us. And the energies of the body aren't conducive to do regular chores.
Well, I like that perspective better than
Yeah,
you're dirty and
Yeah, I
therefore
do.
you
yeah.
can't touch things,
But even in India, in more modern times, it has come down to people thinking that you're dirty when you're menstruating. And so
That's
they won't let the women in. But actually, there's a very, nice reason why
We
they
don't
stop their
dance.
daily chores.
Yes, we don't dance during that time. Traditionally, typically, I remember when I was a student, when I was younger, we never used to go to dance class during those times. And yeah,
Yeah.
we,
My
we
cycle was
honestly
2
looked at
weeks
it.
ago, so we're good. Yeah, we're good.
Well, I think this is the perfect time to talk about the full moon. So, Dr. Garg, why don't you share
Yeah.
about today's meditation?
Yeah, so today's meditation is, I like to do the full moon meditation around the full moon, which is tomorrow. And full moon is a great time for releasing. So new moon is the time when you want to manifest whatever you want to manifest in your life. You start thinking about that around new moon. And full moon is the time when you release whatever you just want to get rid of from your life. So it's a great time to make a list of the kinds of things you want to let go. It could be clutter from your house. It could be clutter from your mind. Uh, it could be all the hurts and stuff that you're holding on to, grudges. So just make a list, put it on a piece of paper. You can burn it, you can shred it, you can just, somehow dispose of it, flush it down the toilet. But it's a great time. And, once you get into this habit of um, thinking about what is it that you want in life, what is it that you want to keep, what is it that you want to let go of, it's almost like you clear your home, which is your body, mind, body, spirit on a regular basis. Now, we clean our house, right? Our physical house. We clean our kitchen, we clean every part of the house, the bathrooms. Similarly, this is a great way to clean your being, your system. Um, you know, if you do choose to do this on a regular basis. So with that, let us move into meditation. I will do some quick exercises today, just a few, to help you settle into meditation. So let us pull our ears a little bit. And I know my screen looks a little funky because I have a background today, right? And then let us massage our eyes, under our eyes, around our eyebrows. Okay. Now let us pull our shoulders up and tighten them and take a deep breath and let go. Let us do that again. Pull our shoulders up and let go. Okay, good. Now we are ready to go into meditation, and I will turn my screen off. Find a nice quiet spot to sit down where you can relax and do the meditation with me. And so take a deep breath in. Inhale deeply through the nose. Hold your breath momentarily. And exhale through the mouth with the ha sound. Make the exhale a little longer than your inhale. So let us try it again. Take a deep breath in. Hold. And let go. And one more time, take a deep breath in. Hold. And release. And now just relax with your normal breath. Keep your spine erect, your eyes closed, and your hands facing up the sky. Imagine sitting out in the full moon's beautiful light. Feel the beautiful, calm energy of the full moon. Falling on your body, enveloping you with a cool warmth. If seated on the ground, feel the connection to Mother Earth. If seated on a chair or a sofa, place your feet on the ground. And now feel this beautiful, soft, silvery light falling on your head and slowly moving under your scalp, moving into the roots of your hair, bringing you peace and relaxation, as if this light is gently massaging your scalp. If there is any tension stored in your head or in your temples, you may release it now. Feel the light flowing into your face, your forehead, around your eyes, behind your eyes, along your nose, filling up your cheeks, and loosening up your jaw, relaxing it, relaxing all the muscles around your mouth. And feel this relaxation move into your ears, going behind your ears, relaxing your ears and the muscles behind your ears. Feel the soft, comforting moonlight move into your neck, relaxing all the muscles in your neck, releasing any tension stored in that area. And feel this loving moonlight move into your throat, releasing, dislodging any stuck emotions or words in your throat, letting go of any irritation. And now feel this wonderful, beautiful, loving moonlight flow into your back, your upper back, along your spine and your lower back, releasing all the tension stored in your back. This light is now filling up your shoulders, releasing all the weight you've been carrying. Feel the loving light flow into your arms, move into your hands and your fingers. And now your fingertips are glowing like little light bulbs. Feel this beautiful light fill up your lungs and your heart center. Feel it ease your breathing. Feel it release any weight from your chest. And now your heart, which pumps blood throughout your body, is pumping this beautiful light, this loving light, to every organ, cell, tissue, and muscle of your body. Now feel this light fill your abdomen and all the organs in your abdomen, clearing out any old hurts, wounds, collecting there. Any feelings of guilt, any difficult emotions. Feel the light move gently into your hips, your thighs, knees, and calves. Feel this beautiful loving light, this soft silvery light move into your feet and your toes, relaxing your legs completely. And now your toes are glowing like little light bulbs. Your whole body is now glowing with the beautiful moonlight. And this moonlight also covers your body from outside, relaxing, releasing, and freeing you from any kind of hurt, any kind of difficult emotion, letting it all go. Now feel a silver cord running through the center of your body, from the top of your body to the bottom. This cord connects you to the universe above and the earth below. You are that divine antenna through which the universe and earth exchange messages. You are the divine connection. You are love, peace, and joy. Move about your day filled with this light and do this meditation any number of times as you wish. Have a blessed day. Namaste.
Thank you, Smita. That was so soothing.
You're welcome. How is everybody doing?
Good. Thank you so much. It's one of my favorite meditation when you do the moonlight.
I know. I love how we can connect to the universe, the earth, use the moonlight as a way to connect to everything around us, right?
Yeah. I'd like to acknowledge our guests who are joining us today. We have Marcos Villa, who went from outside nature, it's probably pouring rain, into his car.
Starting to rain.
And we have our wonderful intern, Ashley Hinn, who always joins us on Wednesday because we made her, but now she loves it, so she's here on her own accord, right? And then our special friend, actually, Evie Young. We know each other from Chopsticks Alley Eats. So that's our other group where we share all kinds of Asian recipes. So hi, Evie. Welcome. And then I see that one of my ex-commissioner on Parks and Recreation, Andre, also joined us. So hi, Andre, on Facebook.
Hey, Andre.
Yeah. So Esther, take it away.
Yeah, thank you so much, Smita, for that meditation. I think now is a good time to ease right into our special dance video to share with you today. So before I begin, I would like to invite Saraswati to unmute herself and share a little bit about this dance so we have some context of what we're seeing today.
Hi, thank you, Esther, and Chopsticks Ali, first of all, for showcasing Mohiniyattam, which is the dance form that you will be watching soon. We have been very lucky in the Bay Area to have such a wonderful audience that appreciates arts from all parts of the world. And thankfully, our art, which is called Mohiniyattam, it is a classical Indian dance form that is practiced traditionally mostly by women. It's from the state of Kerala. It's the southernmost part of India. And we started our group called the Mohini Studio. It came together when different Mohiniyattam artists came together in the Bay Area. We found each other. It is rather rare to see this form of dance. Although there are so many classical Indian dance forms, Bharatanatyam and Kathak, Odissi are more popular. I think internationally, Mohiniyattam is uh, is only gaining popularity now. So in 2015, we came together and started Mohini Studio. And thanks to good, encouraging organizations all over the Bay Area, we have been lucky to have good performances. And last year, we were recognized by an organization called the Indian Raga, and they did an outdoor video of one of the most fun choreographies in Mohiniyattam, which is about three women, three friends who are dancing and playing ball together. That is what you will be watching. And we shot it in the Japanese gardens because we really liked the backdrop. We actually shot it in January. It was very cold. Hopefully, you won't see that. We did have a lot of fun dancing together, and I hope you enjoy the video and we can talk more about it afterwards.
Thank you so much. And without further ado, here we are.
She അന്തികെ വന്നണഞ്ഞാലും എന്തു ദൂരെ നിൽക്കുന്നു ഉന്നമിക്കാം കീഴ്പതിക്കാം ഈ നര ജീവിതം പോലെ കുന്തരുചി നിന്നെ കാണുകയാലേ സുന്ദരമേ കഞ്ചുകമേ സുന്ദരമേ കഞ്ചുകമേ മമസഖി പന്തടിക്കാം നാം ഒന്നിച്ചു പങ്കജാക്ഷി മമ സഖി. പന്തടിക്കാം നാം ഒന്നിച്ചു പങ്കജാക്ഷി മമ സഖി പന്തടിക്കാം നാം ഒന്നിച്ചു പങ്കജാക്ഷി മമ സഖി. മമ സഖി മമ സഖി പന്തടിക്കാം നാം ഒന്നിച്ചു പങ്കജ.
I love that so much.
Oh
It's
my gosh.
beautiful.
Oh my goodness, what a treat. That was
Yes.
gorgeous. I was getting
Words out of my
chills.
mouth. It was
so
so
much.
beautiful, so sweet, and just to see the rhythm and the story and the movements, it's just wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Mm.
I was actually just thinking about what Smitha talked about the full moon and letting go. If you notice in the beginning, they're all dancing together, but then I sort of move away and I'm looking very upset. So that basically is because she's tired after the long day, and the two friends are trying to cheer her up and saying, "Let bygones be bygones. Just come play ball with us. Forget all your worries. Just leave it be, and just live in the moment."
Wow.
That's
perfect.
beautiful.
I have a question, and maybe you shared this earlier and I missed it, but there seemed to be this repeating motion of like throwing up in the air and then
Yes.
catching it, passing it
Yes.
around.
Yes,
What
so
is it
that's
about?
what it is. So it's, in fact, so this was originally choreographed by a very leading exponent in the art form called Bharati Shivaji. It's Panda means ball. Panda Atam. Atam is dancing. So it is literally dancing with the
With
ball.
the ball.
Yes.
Oh,
Cool.
And so usually in Mohiniyattam, Mohiniyattam is it's actually a very serious dance form where there is a lot of emphasis given on a woman's perspective, on every tiny emotion from a woman's
Wow.
point of view. Like,
Mm.
for instance, a woman as a lover, a woman as a wife. Even as a lover, there are different variations of, is she an upset lover? Or is she that kind? Is she meek? Is she shy? So it usually portrays very detailed emotions of the Naika or of the artist. So Pandatam is actually a very lighter version of it, where you don't have to necessarily know every storyline or every poetry to appreciate it. So I think it connects with a larger audience, even those who are unfamiliar with the stories of Indian mythology. Because it's every woman, like we all have friends, and we all just want to. It's like a girls' night out, right?
I definitely got that feeling watching your faces, the support, the exchange of emotions. That was just so colorful and wonderful.
Yeah, it was a beautiful story. You could actually see it playing out, amidst the three of you. And it was just lovely. Thank you. I do have a question. The red on the fingertips with the gold, is that significant?
Yes, it is significant in most Indian dance forms. In the olden times, dance was actually performed on the theatrical stage, and we did not have as many lights. We used to dance to the light of lamps lit. And so
Oh,
even the peoples so that is why we have very exaggerated makeup, if you notice. It is so
yes.
that when our emotions are shown, even the person sitting in the back
Mm-hmm.
should be able to see, and our hand gestures convey all the story. So I think if you were to look at it as a dancer, we are storytellers. We are the medium of communication
Yes.
through the music, right? So even those people who do not understand the language that the music is in, that the lyric is in, we convey through our hand gestures, and to be seen far, it emphasizes, so it helps. Yes.
That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, so I have invited Dr. Sunita Garg to prepare a quick interview to have with you. So I'd like to spotlight Sunita now so she can converse with you further.
Thank you, Esther. You know what I also like about this particular piece is that how we women, we feel often bogged down with housework, with chores, with responsibilities. And in this piece, it's literally like the little playful girl in us comes alive and we can play with our friends, play ball outside, right? How I wish that we would remember that as we go through life, that there is that little girl who is, eager to go out and play. So, Saraswati, I would love to know a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how did you choose Mohiniyattam as the dance form that you wanted to pursue?
So I started dancing at a very young age of 4. I was initially introduced to dance in the more traditional Bharatanatyam form. My guru introduced me when I was 4, and I went on learning and performing. And there is a tradition called the Arangetram, where it is an opportunity for a student to showcase what all she has learned or he has learned on a platform with a proper audience, when it has live music. And usually it's about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And I was about, I think, 9, somewhere between 8 and 9 when I had the opportunity to do that. And after the Arangetram, I kept on learning. And I think I must have been around 12 when I grew up, of course, in Kerala. So in Kerala, it is a land rich of culture, arts, of dance, of music, of painting. So, of course, Mohiniyattam was, I used to get the opportunity to watch Mohiniyattam all the time. And I had the good, I think, privilege of having a very good artist called Kalamandalam, Srimati Vimala Menon teacher. Kalamandalam is one of the largest institutes that focuses seriously on Indian classical arts, and especially for Mohiniyattam and Kathakali. And she was there in Trivandrum, and I started learning from her. And I think, to me, what appealed most about Mohiniyattam was the emphasis on the abhinaya and on the slow pace of where everything is focused. It's so graceful. Not that other Indian dance forms are, or other dance forms are not graceful, but in Mohiniyattam, there is the attention to detail. which
Yeah.
I fell in love with. And I think as I grew older, I was more in touch. As a woman, I was more in touch with my emotions, and exactly like what you said about how we wish we could just be that girl. And Mohiniyattam brought that girl out in me at every stage in my life.
Wonderful. That's really, really beautiful. Also, I know, having studied Kudiyattam myself and seen Kathakali performances, that traditionally those two art forms are focused on, like, all the roles are played by males, right? Even the women's parts are played by men.
Mm-hmm.
And so to have this dance form, which is completely of the women, for the women, um,
Absolutely.
can you throw some light on that
Yes.
aspect of?
In fact, so Mohiniyattam was actually a dance form that was specifically, I think, created for women. I think I can say that because it was done by the Maharaja, Swati Tirunal. He, as you know, in Kerala, we were ruled by kings, and we still have kings and like Maharajas, although they may not rule right now. We still respect their presence in our society. And so Swati Tirunal Maharaja was a connoisseur of the arts. He was a composer, he was a musician, and he respected arts so much that he brought an artist, a Bharatanatyam artist in those days from Tanjavur, and asked her to kind of formally set Mohiniyattam. And he composed a lot of the music for it. So that is how
Wow.
Mohiniyattam was born. Sadly, he died at a very young age. So although Mohiniyattam was formed and set in style many years after his death, and we were still under British rule. So things took over, and the importance for arts really kind of diminished. And then years later, when Kalamandalam was instituted as an institute, Sri Vallatol Narayana Menon, he was the one who revived it. And he said, you know what, this is an art form for women, and let's just not forget how beautiful it is. And let's have a method on how to teach it and how to perform it so that we'll have, we'll propagate it. And that's something we wanted to do as artists coming together in the Bay Area. And we wanted to do that for Mohiniyattam. And I think
Sure.
Bay Area was the proper place to do it.
Also,
Thank you so much, Smita. Do you want to ask one last question?
One last question. Okay, I was going to ask about the costume because I know a Mohiniyattam is usually performed in a complete white costume,
Yes.
from what I know, and which is a huge contrast to the other dance forms like Kudiyattam and
Absolutely.
Kathakali are so bright and multicolored costumes. So
I
can
think
you?
it emphasizes the simplicity. There is so much beauty in simplicity, and it's white and it's gold and it's cotton. Traditionally in Kerala, women wear the mundaneriad or the kasavu
Yeah.
so which is white and gold, and it's so simple yet extremely elegant. And again, I think the art form again focuses on not just the costume, on the dancer's emotions. I think that's how I like to look at it. I think that is why, and it is pure. And there is nothing more pure than that medium of communication that a dancer has with herself and to the audience at that moment
Sure.
when she performs.
Thank you so much for answering these questions and for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Smita, for running that segment for us because we wouldn't know what to ask.
That was wonderful. Thank you,
Oh my
Smita.
gosh,
Yeah.
so much. We
And
learned
Saraswati,
so
thank
much.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to ask Saraswati, what do you miss right now about being in Kerala, now that we are stuck here because of COVID?
To be very honest, I have been complaining to my children about how the California clouds don't know how to rain.
Oh my goodness,
Kerala, we have
yes.
the monsoons are heavy,
Oh
and
my
Yes.
the drop,
goodness.
you can
Yeah.
actually feel it.
Wow.
Yes.
Here, the rain is rather, it's too shy, I think.
That's a great
And
perspective.
the earth smells and the fragrance is
Oh,
so
yes.
Absolutely.
deep and intense. It's so beautiful.
Petrichor.
Well, last night's rain was not very shy.
It wasn't. I think, in fact, I almost jinxed it.
Yes, it was like a monster. So last night, I just moved, and all of our plants are like kind of out in the open, and we heard the storm was coming. So we decided, we better put up a greenhouse, whatever. So everything was put up, was perfect, warm, moved like hundreds of plants in there. Lo and behold, 12:45 a.m., so early this morning, it started to blow away. So we're like, oh my gosh. So we had to go out there and hang on to it, right? And then it's like, imagine a 20-foot sail. It parts of it lifted and the whole thing was gonna fly away with me in it. I was like, oh my
That's
gosh.
awesome.
It was like the closest thing to like, any danger I've ever been my whole life, because I live a very
Wow.
sheltered, safe life.
Oh.
I don't escape, nothing. So it was like insane. It's crazy rain. Crazy.
We missed the chance to see Trami up in the
I have a video.
flying on the mothership.
Right.
She
She was
got
on
to
a kite. Like a squirrel
It's so
suit.
lovely to see your video, Saraswati, because it's like calming and beautiful. And
Yes.
Esther and I are behind the scenes. We're like, we totally have a girl crush on you. And we're like, you're like so lovely. And Saraswati and I connected in 2019.
Yes.
And we've never really met. It was all through email. And we were going to have her offer this dance form for the community.
Yes.
Because, women need a space to just be and be comfortable with each other. And unfortunately, COVID hit and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But I think
I'm hoping that, once things go back to normal, I will be able to do that and, and let more people know about Mohiniyattam. I think for us, that's what's really important. I would love for more people to know and appreciate there are such dance forms out there.
Yeah.
Also, I do want to point, India being the ancient culture that it is, and a lot of its culture has traveled to other lands, especially Southeast Asia. So we have deep connections with Southeast Asia. A lot of people from Kerala, the state that Saraswati is from, in the past thousands of years have traveled to Southeast Asia and settled there. And you will see parts of that culture still living there.
And you see
So
the
it's
influence in the dancing too.
Yes.
Like
Yes,
the
I was going to
Khmer,
say, yes, the
Cambodian,
movements,
Vietnamese,
yes.
Thai. Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Exactly.
there's a large Indian population in Vietnam too that no one really talks about. And I know one family here who are of mixed descent, Indian and Vietnamese, and it's very rare, right?
There's a big population in Malaysia. There's a huge population in Singapore. They're all over. My own grandparents lived in Myanmar, so I have that connection.
Yeah,
So
just lovely.
One
Thank
of the
you
reasons
so
we
much.
chose the Japanese gardens to perform this particular piece, when India Draga approached us and asked us if we wanted to do outdoor, reason I chose it was because when I went to the Hayward Japanese gardens, it felt like I was back in Kerala. The olden homes in Kerala actually look like that because we have the
yes.
wooden structures. And I wanted to dance there. And so it's amazing how it's all connected and we are all just part of one world, right?
Isn't
Yeah,
that-
and Kerala is very much a water country.
It is.
It's surrounded with water. There's paddy fields all over. There's, tributaries and just a lot of water, and next to Indian Ocean. So it's
Next to the Arabian Sea.
just, yeah, that's
So
right.
back to
And the
my
Arabian Sea.
favorite topic, which is food. Matthew, I will send you my address so you can send me some kimchi. I'm just saying.
Hey.
Your
It's
new
got some
address, Trami.
Well,
Yeah.
I would be glad to go pick it up too.
Yeah.
I mean, just leave it at the door and then
Okay.
I'll go get it. Yeah, because
Yeah, no, I would like to prepare some for Smita as well.
Yes.
I'm very excited.
I'm
And
curious
we'll
'cause,
figure out how to.
Yeah,
how to-
like does everyone here get one, or how do you?
I don't know if I have that much.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
Watch
Esther and I are
our
leaving
videos to figure out how
Yeah.
to make your own.
Yeah,
Yeah, only
Esther and I are
one week.
leaving, so we'll have a bunch to take with us. And this thing is bubbling like right now. Yeah, so it's
I can smell it from here. I can
It
smell it.
smells so good. Yeah.
Travi can finally smell, huh?
Oh, that's good.
All right, 80%. I'm lying, but hey, you know.
This will certainly wake your taste buds up, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think it'll cleanse my entire
I
system.
think so too. It'll light everything up.
You know, fermented foods are just so good for us. They're so good
Yeah.
for the body.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, I guess we should thank our audience and friends for joining us. And for those who are on Zoom with us, please feel free to stay on so we can keep chatting away and talk about secretive things. If you want to know what those secrets are, then RSVP on Eventbrite, which is consciousalley.eventbrite.com. And you can join us on the Zoom as well. So we want to say hi and goodbye to all of our friends on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, everything else. I don't know where else. Where? Any last minute thoughts,
YouTube.
Esther, or anybody? Marcus, you said something.
YouTube.
YouTube, yes.
YouTube. Yeah. Yeah.
I just-
Make sure to make that list of things you want to let go of.
Yeah.
This is the new year. Just let go.
I just
Yeah.
want to say how much I enjoyed, the performance, Saraswati. That was just lovely, all of it. The rhythm, the motion, the storytelling behind it, the costume, all of it, and the setting was just really, really grateful for you sharing that. Thank you.
Yeah. What a powerful art form, something that people can resonate with on some level, whether they're children, 10 years old, women. That was just amazing.
Oh,
Thank you
I
so
must
much.
also mention
Or
that,
men.
within India, the maternal culture is very strong. The matriarchy is very strong in Kerala. I would say it's the only state where matriarchy is strong
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
and has a place.
I had a question. When you are dancing, does one instrument represent each of the girls? Because it seemed like
We try to. It usually doesn't. We try to work the rhythm so that each person has the time to play with the ball. And if you notice, one of them just starts running away with the ball, which all of us do when we are playing a real ball game with our friends, right? We just want to have the time with the ball extra, and we don't
That's
want to
wonderful.
share. And then the other person comes and snatches. So we try to make it more playful.
yeah.
But
That's the
we do have specific
storytelling.
instruments for the dance. We didn't want to do it just for one person, but it just portrays a certain kind of rhythm.
Yeah. It's very nice. It seems like the instruments are talking and it was very nice.
Thank you so much. Yes, we do have a lot of emphasis on percussion in Kerala.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The dombek. I love the sound of the dombek. The different
Yeah.
tones and things. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Saraswati, for your beautiful art, for coming to this show with us, for just sharing a piece of your life with us. Thank you, Matthew, for your amazing kimchi recipe. I know it took hours and hours to prepare all of that, so thank you. And thank you to our viewers out there. Thank you for your donations to Chopsticks Alley, which keeps Medi-Veggie running. So hope you all have a beautiful, rainy Wednesday.
Take care, everyone.